Okay, so get this.
Okay.
We're going deep on this one.
All right.
We've got George Carlin God and like the Watergate guys, Woodward and Bernstein, all in one scene.
Wow.
And they're talking about Trump
Really?
and MSNBC. So it's a lot.
Sounds wild.
Yeah, it's like a fictional scene. But we're going to use it to like see what it says about real world politics and the media and stuff.
Yeah, I think satire is really interesting like that, like how it can kind of be funny,
Right.
but also make you think about real stuff.
Totally.
So this scene is like all about, changing political sides and what the media is really after. And yeah, just power in general.
Okay. So the scene,
Okay.
it takes place in this like smoky afterlife jazz club.
Yeah.
God is like the bartender.
Oh, wow.
And he's wearing a Hawaiian shirt, which I just love that image. And then there's Carlin, he's like doing his thing, making jokes about heaven, about how it's not all it's cracked up to be. And then all of a sudden, Woodward and Bernstein just like show up.
No way.
Yeah, in this celestial speakeasy.
It's like they don't really belong there, Like,
Right.
what are they doing in a jazz club in the afterlife?
I know.
Especially with, like, George Carlin.
Exactly. And then the conversation takes this crazy turn.
Okay.
It goes to Trump.
Uh-huh.
And specifically, this meeting he had with Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski from MSNBC.
Oh, yeah, Morning Joe.
Yeah.
Them.
I know. They were, like,
Huge.
really critical of Trump during his presidency.
Oh, yeah, big time.
So them meeting with Trump at Mar-a-Lago.
At Mar-a-Lago. I mean, that was a big deal.
Definitely raised some eyebrows.
For sure.
And Carlin, in the scene,
Yeah.
he just lays into it,
Like, what does he say?
Oh, he's like, this whole restarting communications thing.
Right.
He's like, that's a load of crap.
Classic Carlin.
Yeah.
It's like, even in the afterlife, he can't stand the BS.
He sees right through it.
Yeah, totally. And what about Woodward and Bernstein?
Oh, they're like, they're just floored.
Really?
I mean, these are the guys who uncovered Watergate.
Right. The biggest political scandal
ever.
And they're just like, what is going on here?
I know. It's so funny to imagine.
Totally. And, it makes you think about this whole idea of switching sides, in politics and the media. Like Woodward even says something in the scene about how power. Yeah, it changes people. Like maybe Scarborough and Brzezinski, they're not just trying to like restart communications. Like there's something else going on.
It makes you wonder what it is.
Totally. Like what are they really after?
Access, influence.
Maybe even just to stay relevant.
It's interesting because Sunny Hostin, she has this really interesting take on the whole thing.
Oh, yeah? What did she say?
She called it kissing the ring.
Wow.
Yeah. She basically said people are trying to get back on Trump's good side.
Kissing the ring.
It's a powerful phrase, right?
It is.
It makes you think about, like, who really has the power?
And who's trying to get it.
Yeah. And what they're willing to do to get it.
Right.
It's like, is this a genuine change of heart?
Or
are they just trying to play the game?
That's the question, right?
Exactly. And this isn't the first time we've seen this with Trump.
No, not at all.
There's so many people.
So many.
Who were like totally against him before.
Yeah.
And now they're like.
They've changed their tune.
I know. It's crazy.
It makes you wonder what's really going on.
I know. And remember when Scarborough? Yeah. He compared Trump to Hitler.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
And now he wants to find common ground.
It's wild.
Carlin would have a field day with that.
Oh, absolutely.
And then on top of all of this, God chimes in.
God.
Yeah, from behind the bar.
What does he say?
He's basically like, these media people, they just care about ratings.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's like, they'll do anything.
Anything.
To keep those numbers up.
So cynical, but...
Kind of true.
It is kind of true. It's like, where does journalistic integrity go when you're just chasing viewers?
And the irony of Trump... the guy who like spent his whole presidency
attacking the media.
Now he's all about a free, fair, and open press.
Wow. Talk about a turnaround.
Like, what's real anymore?
Oh, no, it really makes you think.
Okay, so we've got people switching sides, media obsessed with ratings,
right,
and all this political maneuvering.
So what's the point?
Yeah, like, what's the scene trying to say?
Like, is it about some secret deal between Trump and MSNBC?
Ooh. Maybe he's promising them exclusive interviews or something.
Or maybe even cabinet positions.
I mean, who knows?
Or maybe MSNBC is just like hedging their bets,
What do you mean?
Like they see that Trump could come back to power.
Right.
And they want to be on his good side.
Just in case.
Exactly.
That's smart.
It's all just speculation, of course. But it's fun to think about the possibilities.
Oh, for sure.
And then Carlin...
He wraps it all up perfectly.
I love his ending line.
Me too, he says.
What is it?
To the absurdity of it all.
Yeah.
May it never end.
It's so perfect.
I know, it's funny, but also...
It's like a wake-up call.
Totally. Like this scene...
It's satire.
But it's also like a commentary on...
reality.
Yeah, like how messed up politics and the media can be.
It makes you think about who you can trust.
And what their motivations are.
Exactly.
So what's like the one thing you want our listeners to take away from this?
I think it's this. The next time you see something that seems surprising.
Like what?
Like a politician changing their mind about something, or a media person acting differently than they used to.
Yeah.
Just remember this scene.
Okay.
Think about why they might be doing that.
Their motivation?
Exactly. Like what's in it for them.
What are the consequences?
Yeah, and maybe even find a little humor in how ridiculous it all is.
To the absurdity of it all.
May it never end.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.